Hello and welcome to Car Addicts. Today I want to be talking about how an oxygen sensor works. This guy right here has got four wires. So two are for the heater part. There's a heater inside this oxygen sensor, so it needs to be heated so that it can get to the operating temperature quickly. Then two are for the signal. We'll get to that later on. So there's an oxygen sensor. It is found on the exhaust, just after the exhaust manifold, and there's an oxygen sensor just before the catalytic converter. It's called the upstream oxygen sensor. Then there's a downstream oxygen sensor after the catalytic converter. This one measures the efficiency of the catalytic converter. So for the upstream oxygen sensor, it compares the oxygen outside the exhaust and the oxygen inside the exhaust on the band gases of the band gases. So it generates a voltage 0.1 volts to 0.9. So 0.45 will be the middle voltage. So meaning when it goes down to 0.1 or below 0.45, the computer will see it as lean. Lean meaning there's less fuel which is burnt, and rich meaning there's more fuel burnt compared to the air. So if it sees a lean mixture, the computer will add more fuel from the injector, then to compensate for the lean mixture. Then if it sees a rich mixture, the computer will subtract fuel also. As you can see from a diagnostics machine I plugged in on a car, it's fluctuating between 0.2 volts, that's 200 millivolts, to 0.9 volts. So the lower region here is lean, the upper region is rich. So if it's going like this, it's actually a good way. But if it goes down for a little bit longer time, let's say about 10 seconds or 5 seconds, it's actually reporting that it's very lean or it's very rich. So like this, if the pattern is like this, it's actually a good result. Now when this sensor fails, normally if you put it on a diagnostic machine, it will report H02, H02S, B1, S1. This means heated oxygen sensor, bank 1 sensor 1, or heated oxygen sensor, bank 2 sensor 2. If it's a V6 or a V8, this is the layout of the sensors. There's bank 1, so if it's bank 1 sensor 1, this one, then there's bank 1 sensor 2, then there's bank 2 sensor 1 and bank 2 sensor 2. That's the layout if you have a V6 or a V8 or even more. If you have only a 4-cylinder, or we have bank 1 sensor 1 and bank 1 sensor 2. Mostly when the sensor fails, the heater part fails most of the time. When the signal part fails, it doesn't give you a signal more than 0.3 volts, or if it will give you a 0 voltage, meaning the computer will be seeing it as a lean mixture. Then definitely it will add more fuel, trying to compensate for the lean mixture. Then you affect your fuel consumption. And in some areas, when you're trying to get another sensor, it's difficult to get them. Probably you don't find them as new. Probably you want to find them as a second hand. Now the tricky part is the check light will go up because the heater part will be working, but now the sensor will be the signal part will not be working properly. It will give you a 0.3 or less a less voltage. So meaning the computer will be seeing it as a lean mixture. So definitely it will add more fuel. That will definitely affect your fuel consumption, and trying to wonder where is it coming from, but it's only the sensor. So if you have a turbocharged petrol car, like for example a Subaru, you don't want to run lean. Lean is very dangerous, can lead to engine failure. So your only hope is the oxygen sensor, which will tell you that your car is running lean or it's running rich. So if the engine lights pops up and there's a description of fuel system lean, you might want to fix that problem as soon as possible. So this is a very important sensor. It's like a feedback to your computer on how much on what the air fuel ratio is, and it can adjust to give you the best performance and the best fuel economy. And they normally don't just read straight away. There's a region called open loop, where it's not when the computer is ignoring the oxygen sensor reading. Then there's a region called the closed loop, when it's needing the reading from the oxygen sensor. And these sensors, they fail mostly due to carbon deposits, a lot of heat, and also with time they can just fail. But it will definitely affect your fuel consumption if you ignore this sensor make sure that you always replace it when it fails. So thank you for watching. Feel free to comment below. Goodbye for now.